Oh, and we are here. I'm here with a good friend of mine, a friend from down south in Portland. Who am I? Who do I have here?
Let me figure it out. It's never eat shredded wheat. Yes, I am down south. I am below Tom in Oregon, the better of the two states, by the way. Just so you know, Tom. And
I've never heard that spoken before. No one has ever said those words. This is new information. You're breaking news to the community.
it's not new information. The only Washington people care about is Washington, D.C. Okay. Oregon is an actual state. So anyway, how you doing, Tom? It's good to see you, my friend.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. We're here. It's our first, technically this is our second show, but this is really our first show that we're going to be doing together because this is going to happen from here on out, from 5:30 on. We're going to see where we land, probably keep this kind of short, maybe like a 45-minute live session, but we have a bunch of people here in the chat and I'm doing good, Bueller. I'm excited. We have some fun stuff to chat about. Let's take a look at the chat and say hi to some people who have joined us. Hunter Thompson is here first. Denzel Mara is here. Russell Baxley. He says, "Guess I'm here by himself," but he's not, Bueller, because we're here with him, and there's a number of other people who are currently.
I'm in there too. That's kind of cool.
That's right. Oh, that's cool. You are in there. It's amazing. It's amazing how you do that. So, hello, comic fam. We got Nerdy Couch, Geek in the West, 27 Mangs. Good to see you. Steve Whiting. Hi, all. Zach Banks. Hi, hello, everybody. Hector 18 Yo. All right. Very cool. We have a packed show for you today, comic book fam. We're going to be chatting about a couple different things. The first thing I want to chat about is community. Bueller. First thing that comes to mind when I say community.
Goodness. There you go. Goodness. How about
goodness?
That?
I like it. That's good.
I got to shout out a couple of people too. Because there's a lot of people on this list. I got to shout them out too.
Shout them out, man.
All right. Let me see here. Discovery Bay. How's it going, my friend? Cover Lover Comics. I got issues. Fist of Doom 84. Jam Session. You said Nerdy Couch, but I wanted to say him again. Steve Whitting, he's in here as well. Ben Compton, that's awesome. Connecting Comics, The Boy Who Had Seven, Darren Adams, Trey Niman, is that right? Carl, Cape Mayor 1, Kev W, and I pronounce names wrong all the time, and everybody who watches my stuff, they already know that, so it's no big deal. Spidey
they know
fan,
that here too. They know that here, man.
Brett Hess Art, one of my favorites, he's in here as well. Juan Cortez, awesome. Look at all these people in here. So that's pretty cool that we have everyone joining. There's already like 60 some odd people watching, and it's only been like 30 seconds.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, welcome to the channel. Hit that like button while you're here. We're going to be chatting comics throughout the week, and I'm excited to do it with my friend Bueller. So the first thing I want to chat about is community. You said the word goodness, Bueller, and it's probably because right now we have more community involvement in the comic book industry since its damn conception, since like the Silver Age. It's a beautiful thing, and I want to talk about that today. I want to talk about some fun content creators, independent content creators who are giving the community their time in doing stuff for free. Bueller, well, let's chat about some cool people.
So I got a list of actual people that I've checked out this past week, and some of the guys I've known for a while, and some of the guys I just found. But the first one on the list, and this is really cool, and I was kind of sharing this with you a little bit ago. This channel is called Aggressively Relaxing. First off, great name by far. Awesome name.
This is a good one.
He puts out a video that is like almost like a preview video for the new comics of the week. This gentleman reached out to me, and he does like a newscast, and he asked me if I would do the voiceover for the script that he wrote. And so I said, sure. And I jumped out for this, and I did this script, and it's only about 3 minutes long, but it's pretty good. And my news reporter name was Buck Johnson.
Okay. Can I break this down for the comic fans?
Yeah.
This is fantastic. So this is just a really good example. So this is someone who here, and first off, we're going to make sure by the end of this getting posted, in post, we're going to make sure all of the links to these channels are down below. So you can go and say hi, let them know we sent you. But it's let me make sure I say it right. It's Aggressively Relaxing.
That's correct.
Okay. So this is a really cool example of someone who is making something unique in this community. So this is a video where he shows a couple different pictures of comics, of like newer comics, and there's a newscast. And in this most recent upload, you have Bueller's voice doing the newscast, but it's a full script that has nothing to do with the comic. So if you see something weird happening in a panel, you got Bueller talking about it as if he was a newscast, talking about how Juggernaut came out of nowhere and disrupted, but there were no fatalities, and it's hilarious. And it's a quick little 1 to 3 minute clip.
Yep.
You're getting to see comic books. It's going to make you laugh. And this is purely unique content. Like, you can do anything on this platform. I laughed. I subscribed. I'm going to be giving it my time, and I'm super excited. So welcome to the Comic Fam. They're right now, I think, just a little over 100 subs, but awesome things happen in the community.
Yeah, great thing. And Discovery Bay Comics said it great. It's a radio parody is basically what it is.
That's a good way to put it.
That's what it's referred to. And it was a lot of fun. And when I saw the script and he said you can make up your broadcaster name and stuff like that, and I just sat there for like probably a couple of hours trying to think of a good name. And I'm like, well, my name is Buck. And I didn't finish the rest of that sentence.
Oh my gosh.
Then Johnson.
Shout out to my Kill Bill peeps who know where my head went with that one.
That's a Kill Bill reference right there, but we're not finishing the rest. But,
okay, but what else?
Really
we got more. I'm sure we got more. What's another? Because Catrin Figures over on YouTube. And I know now because we did the Comic Core podcast, which is another plug we'll talk about here in a little bit. But it's not just her. She has someone behind the camera helping her.
Yeah, Mark.
That's right, the camera guy. So I got to meet him as well. But they make content on Catrin Figures YouTube channel, and make sure her link's in the description. But she went over a really cool Wonder Twins breakdown, just a review of a new comic book that came out that's actually causing a pretty big stir right here in the community.
Yeah, and that camera guy, Mark, he lives in a little box next to her bed.
Yeah, I heard that he's like in a cage or something. I don't know. It's something weird. But what's cool is that he's a nice person. He's into Power Rangers, which I found out. So that's very cool. And yeah, I'm excited to have I hit that notification bell because she's reviewing comics and we have similar taste in comics. So thank you for putting out that cool content, and her link's gonna be in the bio.
That's right. Yeah, she does that DC Fans, and I wasn't aware of what the DC Fans was until she had mentioned it to me a while back. And I guess it's out there. It's put out by DC, and it's basically what it is. It's DC fans covering their books, and they reach out to content creators, and they make the content and stuff, and they post it on that channel. She does those for the DC Fans YouTube page, and then she also does her own stuff on Catrin Figures on her YouTube page. And she just recently hit over 1,000 subscribers, so she's doing a great job.
Congratulations, over 1,000, like just broke 1,000. I saw that, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
And she is my fellow comic book brother and sister, I guess you'd say, on the Comic Core every Friday night, and that show's great.
That's right. I'm Bueller. You do the Comic Core every Friday at night. I was actually on the show this last Friday. It was live. It was fun. We chatted about the Overstreet price guide, its relevance, and you know what? I think it was a good conversation. There was a lot of good opinions being shared. We don't all agree. That's actually what makes these shows so much fun. So anyways, I'll make sure that they're down in the description below, but that's a fun podcast because it's basically a bunch of different independent creators that I'm sure Discovery Bay is in regular contact with because he's got to keep up with their dang schedule because they're all putting out so much content. And yeah, they're just coming onto the mic with Bueller and sometimes with myself because I'm going to be frequenting there and just having a conversation. It's kind of a free for all, but it's fun, and you really get to just you kind of get to sit in on a conversation, like putting it on the background when I'm bagging and boarding.
It's happy hour on Friday night is basically what it is, and we've been doing it for a while, and it's a good time. And I've been there since literally the second episode, and this is back. I think we started back in April of last year is when we first started. But I got another channel I want to talk about real quick. If you don't mind. And this is a brand new channel. And I was actually, I think, their second subscriber. Okay. Ooh, they just posted a video, 2 videos. The first video was February 12th. And you know what? He was in the show last week. He was in the chat last week. And what me and Tom do, we go through the chat when the show's over because we miss a lot of stuff. And I was going through and I found this gentleman's channel and he said, please check out my channel. So I went and checked it out and watched a couple of his videos and really enjoyed it. You know, nice guy. And here's the thing, he had a question, and maybe you can help me out because he posed a question. I don't know if he got an answer, but one of his videos, his first ones, was about, and I wrote this down so I wouldn't mess it up. He showed a book and this is for the chat too. Teen Titans issue number 12, the newer Teen Titans. Okay. He had the foil copy of that foil cover. He was wondering if that's a third print or a New York City Comic-Con exclusive. He's heard both. Do you know the answer?
Interesting. They were selling that in New York City Comic-Con. Mirka was selling that at her table. I remember that specifically. I am not sure. I'm gonna have to look into it. My gut says that was a New York City Comic-Con exclusive. My gut says that. I could be wrong. I can, you know what? Why don't we just have her answer? We'll do a post and see if she'll respond. Mirka she is like I'm like one of her number one fans. She's awesome. So like we're in communication. I'll see if she can clarify things. That'd be kind of cool. But I will find out. And it's green back here, real quick. I want you to continue. But Marvel to DC, $10 super chat. Thank you, my brother. He says, glad I could. I have to read it. I have to
I know you do. I saw it. I was laughing.
He says, glad I couldn't make it for the live show. Nipples and Tom, not Tommy. It's pretty good. It's pretty good because like I go by Tom, you know, and some people call me Tommy, and that tells me at what point in my life they know me from, because it was like me graduating, I went by Tommy. And yeah, nipples, of course, because of Bueller. And when people think of Bueller, they think of nipples.
Yeah, exactly.
For here on out.
So
Bueller's and nipples are synonymous now.
Nipples was in the video I put out today, my top 10 new comics. I didn't even realize she was there, and I watched the video and the cats were running around in the background. It always happens. But I want to cover a couple other things.
Oh wait, it says why no Tom on vid today? Am I not on the vid? It's not going back and forth. You told me it would go back and forth. I don't think it's doing that.
I thought I saw you. Actually, we're probably doing them a favor. They don't have to look at you.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's going back and forth. Look, I just went to you. I have a second and I went back.
No. I'm controlling it. That was me, man. Present to everyone, hide from broadcast. How do I tell? All right, let's see here. We're going to test it right now, because that's a huge bummer.
No, it's not.
It's not. But
you're going to get the most thumbs up ever if it's just on me.
Yeah, man. How do I fix that? I don't know.
Somebody in the chat, help us out.
Help us out. Why is it? Yeah. Let's see here.
I think you click on my box. If you click on it, it should say something.
It's been on Bueller the whole time. Are you kidding? Okay, hold on. Okay.
No, I saw you.
Because I'm clicking it. I'm clicking it. So I have it right now. And I'm about to, Comic Fam. Okay, we got to talk here. This is a problem. Bueller, this is a problem. You're telling me I went 10 minutes. Because I clicked the button. I clicked the button. How did I go 10 minutes without anyone in the chat saying that? Hey, Tom, you're talking right here.
You know what, Tom? That should tell you something right there.
What is going on? Comic Fam. What is happening? What is going on? Okay, well, this isn't gonna work because I gotta like click it back and forth. All right, someone's gotta do
it. You gotta click something. Come on, people in the chat, help us out here.
We're hitting a set. Single click.
Tom's this young. Now it went back to me. Now it went back to you.
Well, yeah, because I'm clicking it, so now it's on you.
It should be. There should be an auto thing. Tom needs his FaceTime. That's what Brett Hestard said.
In and out. See, because I was clicking it. Bueller hijacked the show.
That's right.
Oh, this is great content. Oh, I knew it. Bueller, what did I say? What did I say before it started? I said this. I predicted this. All right, so it's not on auto right now. Everyone knows it's not on auto. How do we do that? How do we set it up on auto? All right, I'm gonna figure it out.
Is there a little arrow? I don't know.
Google.
Oh, he's looking at this. Is live in progress.
Oh, it is live. Or what can we do? We can just like restart it. I don't know.
No, we're not restarting nothing. This is too good.
I'll keep it up, but we'll restart the feed. I'll keep it on the channel, but I'll restart the feed. There are real quick. Let me see here. Google Hangouts quickly. This is awesome. This is really cool. Okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right.
People like, look at that. We got a super chat in here from Economics and Comics. Says, hi guys, Google Hangout noobs, love you.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Comic Fam. Okay.
See, I'm usually on
this is rough.
Right now.
Okay, going forward, I don't know. Hey, I got the camera. I have to control it, Bueller. So sorry about it. But basically, this is my request indefinitely. If we start a show and we're like 15 minutes in, and you haven't seen my face, I owe it. I need your help. I can't do it by myself. I need your help. I didn't know that I wasn't shown on here. So what we're gonna do?
That's awesome.
I'm gonna stop the video and restart. And we're gonna keep this live. We're gonna continue the conversation. But you know what? This is the first show that we've done together. It would honestly here. Let me bring it back on the mic here, on the video. But Bueller, this is the first show we've done together. It would be wrong for us to not have to restart and not have to have some type of troubleshooting issue. Like, I mean, it's been a year that we've been doing this kind of stuff. Tell me that you gotta admit, like, that's right? We have to have some type of issue.
If I wasn't on the show right now, this is the point where Tom texts me underneath the table and asks me what to do. This is the point. When you see Tom looking down on the screen, he is texting me under the table.
Oh my gosh, I think we figured it out. Did we figure it out? Say something.
I'm saying something good.
Oh, okay. We figured it out. And actually, it wasn't even me. You know who it was? Discovery Bay Comics. This homie said, try double clicking your photo once. And I double clicked on it. And Bueller, if you talk, it should change.
Okay, I'm going to talk now. I think it just changed.
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Discovery Bay. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Community. This was amazing. Okay.
Yeah. You know, Tom and myself, you know, we got
Discovery Bay saved the show.
We don't know what we're doing.
Go sub to Discovery Bay. He saved the show. We're gonna keep on going forward. Thank you so much. We had another super chat, and I do appreciate you because economics and comics. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do this stuff. So thank you. He says, "Hi guys, Google Hangouts, noobs, love you," and we are noobs. I'm a noob. My tongue's a little. What is this? My tongue's a little yellow. What is going on? I'm drinking coffee. It's good stuff.
I don't know. But, you know, now that we got this, I want to close out real quick on that Mr. J's Comics and More that I was talking about. Okay.
You don't want to continue this back and forth about how the cameras need to be controlled and everything. You don't think that's good content?
I think it was good content when it was just stuck on me for the first 15 minutes. I mean, there's really everybody knows what Tom looks like. You know, they're getting introduced to Bueller.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, Bueller.
I'm an attractive middle-aged man, Tom.
Watch the hang time on this video go. All right, why did everyone jump off after 45 seconds? I'm just kidding, brother. Okay, keep it going. And tell me, is that coffee cup have your logo on it?
It does, but it's just a sticker. So it's just a white coffee cup with a sticker on it because I can't afford to make an actual coffee cup. So I got a 65-cent sticker. And
do you have to hand wash that every time?
Yeah, and a Dollar Tree coffee cup. And I just stuck it on there, and there you go. Because that's how Bueller rolls, man.
Oh my gosh, Bueller, keep it going. Let's talk about more. Oh my gosh, all these plugs. I really admit. Okay, again, real quick, because I want to be on camera. It's saying go follow Catrin, go follow. Yep. Aggressively relaxing, and go follow Comic Core. All of those, I want to be on camera saying that because they're really good content creators. Yep. Anyways, take it over, Bueller.
Okay, so Mr. J's Comics and More. I want to finish what he was saying. I kind of told you guys about the Teen Titans question. His second video I watched, and he's only posted 2 videos, and he showed a bunch of Immortal Hulks that he got. He's collecting. What's great in this video, he's got the Overstreet price guide laying right there, and he's got his Key Collector Comics app out as well. But something that's really cool, and he said this in his video, I'm gonna kind of quote him. He says, geek stuff with no one to say it to. And because he says, like, his friends, you know, really don't collect, and he really doesn't have anyone to share the hobby with. And he said that's why he started his channel, to find other creators, to be in the community, the other people that feel this way. And he also said he wants to ride this comic book wave together. And you know what? I listened to that, and it kind of stood out to me, you know, because it
resonated with you a little bit.
It very much does, you know, because it was such an isolated hobby when I was growing up. Can you imagine Todd McFarlane coming to your grade school and 5 kids showing up to meet Todd McFarlane? And that's it. That was the only 5 people that showed up to meet Todd McFarlane. And that's what I grew up in, because it was very isolated. Nobody really knew. And Todd McFarlane was really big back then, and he still is now. But that wouldn't happen today, you know, because everyone would know about it and stuff like that. But this used to be an isolated hobby that we were in, and now we have the opportunity to kind of grow this community extremely large. And so it's really neat to see new people jump in and make videos and start this and find them. And make sure, if you guys are doing that, you let us know, and let me know, like in my comments, let me know, like on my Instagram at Comics with Bueller, same with Tom, and we'll check them out because we've found some pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely. And I look forward to expanding this live show. We're going to be, it's really on my end. Bueller's all good to go. I just have to get things ready so that we can do this in the studio. And I want to be able to bring these channels on screen, and, we can actually show them and maybe even play some videos and stuff going forward. So please let us know. Keep us in the loop. You can, tag us on Instagram. I'm at Comic Tom 101. Bueller, yours is
at Comics with Bueller.
Perfect. And tags are good there, so we can be up on any new content creator. There's like, one of my favorite things is to get DMs of, hey Tom, I started a YouTube channel, check it out, and here's a link. Always send the link. That's very deeply appreciated. I will, though, take the time to do searches on YouTube for a brand new channel and spend that extra 2 minutes trying to find that one YouTube channel for the members. I do it all the time, but links are great. So another channel, I didn't want this to be filled with channels that people that we know, because a lot of these people are like in our chats and stuff. I wanted to have another recommendation. This is someone I've never talked to, but someone I watch. His name's ETA Nick. Really cool guy. I'm gonna make sure his channel's in the description below. But this is someone who has been on YouTube for a number of years, pumping out videos almost every day. He likes to go live. But something that he does that's really fun is he does a lot of different types of random collecting content. Sometimes I'll chat about a key, recent pickups, kind of your more common stuff. But something that I find really useful is he goes through random auction results. He'll pull up heritage auction results for the month. He'll do a live scroll. He'll look at the pictures, and you kind of are like looking, like when you're late at night shopping, or not even shopping, you're just looking at stuff that you're never going to buy, maybe you just can't sleep or whatever, and you're just find yourself looking at comic books that you're just dreaming about. It's like you're doing it with him. He's like scrolling through looking, but look at this little crease right here. It's like he's not even, this isn't his comic, but he's going through. He's like, oh yeah, but notice this little thing. He's just looking at comics with them and looking at sales, and it's a really fun channel. So anyways, ETA Nick, he has a lot of different members kind of in his crew that jump on, but just a humble father, and making content for a community that he enjoys, just like we do.
Can I tell you a little bit about ETA Nick? Because I know who you're talking about.
Do you really?
Of course I do. I know pretty much everybody.
You know ETA Nick? How do you? Oh, I've never talked to anyone.
For one thing, let's go ahead and start off by the fact that he is a graduate of Oregon State University.
Oh, so no kidding.
There's
How
one
crazy
right.
Is that? No way.
Beaver. And unfortunately, right now, he is taking a little bit of time off from his channel. He's still putting out some videos that he produced. And you know what? I hope to see him back on a regular basis, because he actually did. He used to do a weekly live stream that was really good, and then his regular content. But he is taking a little bit of time off right now, and I think he'll probably be back. At least I'm hoping he comes back pretty soon, because I've really enjoyed it. And like I said, he's a fellow graduate of a school in Oregon, so obviously right there, I'm a fan of his. So
fantastic. Well, mind blown, man, because he's just he's not. I never see him in like the chat, and this isn't someone I've ever communicated with. So this is just a very real example of this is content I enjoy, and Bueller, the guy, and I'm finding out why I'm on the mic. So anyway, shout out to ETA Nick, and let's get him on the mic. He's a really cool guy. Anyways, I wanted to bridge this next plug. Are these plugs? These are recommendations. I guess they're kind of plugs, but these are just people like us who are doing what we're doing. With the topic of today's discussion. Like today, we're going to be talking about a subject. We may not do this every week. We may not have a subject. We may do a review. Who knows what we're going to do? We're actually still taking requests on things that you would like to see Bueller and I cover on Tuesdays. This is not replacing our Wednesday live show. I will be tomorrow live with Surf Fire Guy Ryan, chatting about some fun stuff. But this next channel is one of my favorites right now. They're blowing up on YouTube. I think they're approaching 4,000 subs. And Bueller, have you heard of Comic Book Palace?
I have. That's the one that with the gentleman that he owns the actual comic shop. And he pretty much just sits there and some other guy records them. And it's basically daily interaction from what I've seen. I think you watched a little bit more than I have. But I've seen him, and the guy, I look at this guy and go, yep, if I saw this guy on the street, I'd go, that guy probably owns a comic shop.
You know what? His name's Glenn, so shout out Glenn. He probably would thank you for that compliment. Because
I think it is a compliment.
Dude, he's a cool comic shop owner, like for real. He's doing the hustle, and he, like, you can tell that this dude sweats comic books. Like, this is what it is. This is his life, and it's the closest thing to like having a documentation of like what it's like to be at a comic book store. Because you got to think about it. You have comic book store owners who are working 50, 60 hours a week, and it's closer to 60 if they're running it right. These guys are living on their comic book store floor. Like, that's their customers are the people that they see regularly. There's customers that they sit or stand and chat with for a really long time. You know, it's just like, it's the daily grind, and it's what they do to stay in business. And this is a channel that they only release an episode. I want to say it's like every other week. It's not like our channels where we're trying to pump out content every day, because what they do is they take the best moments that's been recorded over some time, and they piece together like a half-hour plus show. Like, legit, it's an episode. I think the last episode they were on was like episode 36 or something like that. But yeah, it's like a whole episode of this is the day in the life of a comic shop, a couple days probably, and different segments, and you're there. It's not even your shop, and you feel like it's your shop after watching so much and getting that notification bell. Glenn's a really cool guy. You may not always agree with him. I certainly don't, but he's got a pretty good taste in comics. The guy knows his comics, which is, you know, that's the biggest thing. As long as you know your comics, your opinion, whatever, you know. But he's a good comic book store owner. You can tell that the dude loves the business, and it's super entertaining. So I recommend everybody go check out Comic Book Palace. And honestly, from what it sounds like, from what I watch, I could be wrong, but it appears that the person who puts together the show, he does it to like for the comic book community. He's not being paid for it. He goes on his own time to film Glenn and the store, and he gets permission from the customers to be on camera. And then in his own time, he puts it together so that him and Glenn can have a show together, so that they can produce this content for people like us, for the comic book community, to the 80 plus people currently here joining us on this Tuesday evening. Thank you everybody for joining us. And today, I'm, in watching Comic Book Palace, I wanted to chat with you about a subject that the last show was talking about. Glenn over at Comic Book Palace is talking about Free Comic Book Day. He is no longer doing Free Comic Book Day at his store. And I wanted to chat with you, Bueller, about the problems when it comes to things like discounts on Free Comic Book Day for store owners. And, you know, let's chat about some uncomfortable things. What do you think?
I'm really glad you brought this up. And this is actually something I covered last year. At the time I was helping out a comic book shop last year, and Free Comic Book Day was coming up. And one thing I learned last year, which I didn't know, I do now, that those comics cost them money. I thought it was like a free promotional thing. So every comic, I believe, is like 25 cents. Okay, so there is a cost involved for these local comic shops. And you're bringing up Comic Palace and how this guy hustles every day, and he's sleeping on not that he's sleeping on the floor, but you know what I mean. You know, he's putting in the time and effort.
I would be disappointed to hear comic book stores don't have people sleeping on their floors set somewhere in the country. Cause I know that the diehard comic stores, they have people sleeping on the floor, making sure that store stays open, is protected and whatever. Real quick, shout out to Felipe. That's the director and the cameraman over at Comic Book Palace. I want to make sure he gets the credit he deserves there. And you got to assume when, thank you, Luis Castillo. He says that he's the director. I'm assuming he's the editor, which is also, whoever edits the video, we appreciate you. We know how much work you do. So anyways, continue.
Thank you, Luis. That's awesome. So there's a cost involved. And so this gentleman has decided to not participate, and he's going a different direction. He's still going to buy the comics, from what I've been understand, but he's going to go in a different direction. And I think the direction he's going is much more beneficial to his community as far as what he is doing. And because honestly, the Free Comic Book Day ends up costing the comic book shop lots of money, to where it should be a day to where they're bringing in a lot of profit. And I see all these books a lot of times that they've bought, and they're still sitting there, and they're stuck with them and stuff. Thousands of books. I mean, if they buy thousands of copies and they're 25 cents each, it's $1,000 chunk for a 1 day thing. We're going to get into more detail, but that's just kind of a rundown of kind of how I feel. I love the fact that the publishers are doing some things on Free Comic Book Day, and there's some pretty neat ones coming out this year. I was looking at the list, and there's some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know you like that stuff. There's Marvel's got Avengers and Spider-Man, and Bob's Burgers, one of my favorites. So I gotta get those. Those are really cool. But the main thing I want to, we kind of both agree on this, and I'm sure that Russ kind of goes through the same situation. If you're gonna take advantage of the new comic book day, show the comic book store some love. Okay, if you're getting these comics, buy some bags and boards, or buy some regular price comics. What do you think about that?
I think that is very well put. Glenn is choosing to. Okay, so first off, the reason why he brought this up is because really, it shouldn't be a big deal, right? It shouldn't be a big deal, correct? Like, oh, I'm not going to do this free, like we're giving away stuff. We're not going to participate.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be a big deal. However, people were upset. The reason why he went on camera to talk about it is because he had customers and loyal customers who were legit upset with him, so much to the point where he was uncomfortable and had to talk about it on the mic because he felt like he had to explain himself. Now, the reason he's not going to be, it's the reason why it made people upset is because it's almost a staple. Like, how could you not participate in Free Comic Book Day? And the very first thing we got to say is he is participating. He's purchasing comic books and giving them to his local library, and who is participating in Free Comic Book Day and will be able to provide those comic books to the community. So he is helping the community. He just doesn't want it happening in a shop. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the like, we want to talk about like the logistics. It's like, the cost is there. And of course, certain shops are run. Sometimes it's harder. Budgets are different everywhere. Some shops are more successful than others, but you brought up the point of courtesy. These shops, it costs money for them to do this. And Glenn went on video and talked about to his community, to us, about how he puts upwards of a 25+% decrease in sales on Free Comic Book Day. And the fact that he said that, I know that to be true. Like, I can't speak for Russ. I don't know Russ's numbers, but I can't tell you how many comic book stores, like owners I've talked to about this. I know that this is a common thing and something that isn't discussed, and it's a problem. And these are the kind of problems we should be discussing in the community, because we can fix that, because you're right. It shouldn't be happening. It means that there are people who are taking advantage. And if this kind of conversation happens, we can maybe cause a change that brings Free Comic Book Day back to like the grassroots, as Glenn calls it in his video, the way that it used to be, which is really a way to get comic books in more hands and turn people onto comic books, rather than it being a free-for-all to just get free stuff in and out, not going to see you till next year kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's here's my thing with it. So the whole purpose of the Free Comic Book Day, why it was started, is to generate interest in comic books. It has faded away from that. The one thing to solve that problem, and this is the thing I have a problem with, is the cost involved with the free comics that the comic shop is putting out themselves. They're putting out a cost to buy these books. This is free comics. We as consumers are receiving these comics for free from the comic book shops. If the comic book shops were also receiving them free, this would be a different conversation. And I think that would be fantastic.
Hey, Russ, I have a quick question for you. He just came in to get some boxes.
Oh
I know we're talking about Free Comic Book Day and how there's members in the community who own shops who are saying, I don't want to participate anymore. Here's my free comic books I ordered. Give them to the library. I don't want to have it in store anymore. What would you say? Like, do you understand that type of gripe?
I do, absolutely. I think a lot of the issue we have is that when Free Comic Book Day is bringing in new customers who've never bought a comic before, that's great. The issue I have is that I have 120, 140 box customers, and 80 of them come in and just grab free comics and aren't necessarily buying new things. That's nothing against my box customers. I love every single one of you. But then when you have those people that that they go to this shop and 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 this shop, and they grab 20 comics of every single one of them.
You just walked in.
Right.
You didn't hear me talk about all those things. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, like I literally just walked in to go to the bathroom. So, yep. That's it. So,
that's it, right?
I agree.
Thanks, brother. Okay,
I don't even get to say hi to him.
Hey, Bueller wants to say hi. Hold on. He's like, I never get to say hi.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what's going on, man? I've
No,
never got to say hello to you before.
It's okay. So next time I'm down in the Portland area or Vancouver, Washington, we totally have to stop by and grab a coffee or something. But yes,
Man,
hey, good to see you.
Like a plan. Good to see you too.
Awesome. All right. Have a good show, guys.
Oh, that was fun.
That was cool.
He's here. He's picking up boxes. So I'm like, yeah, man, grab some boxes. Come say hi.
That's awesome.
But
I mean, that's a perfect example. You know, it's like he's a comic book shop owner. He's putting on a bill to buy these comics. He gets all these people coming in the store. And I was telling you, I helped out a store last year for Free Comic Book Day.
I did as well.
And I was kind of the hype man outside the door, getting people to come in and stuff like that.
Dude, I wore a freaking Spidey onesie, like a full Spidey outfit. It's on Instagram. You can see it. I'm standing there, but my buddy's like, hey, will you? He has it's really weird. Like, dude, one of the reasons why I love Comic Book Palace is because comic book stores have the most unique experiences. There's no other place where you can just bring your random geek memorabilia and get money. Like, you're gonna either go to a pawn shop or you're gonna go to a comic book store. So, like, my buddy's like, yeah, dude, we got like it's like Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3, like the Raimi films. One of the stunt doubles Spider-Man costumes. Like, it wasn't in movie, but it was one of the training ones, and it's like it's legit of a Spider-Man costume as you can get. He's like, yeah, we got one of those. Will you wear it on Free Comic Book Day? And this guy just pulled, like, you know, Plastic Man 1 through 10 for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever you want for it. Wow. Like, come on, it's gonna be you want whatever you want me to wear. So anyways, yeah. I had to do that.
What do you think and I'd be curious about the chat, but I'm curious, what would you think the return on investment is for a comic book shop on these books? I mean, say you on that Free Comic Book Day, and we'll just throw out a random number. Say you have 500 new people come in the door. What percentage of that 500 come back for a second time? I think it's got to be extremely low.
Oh, it's so low that Glenn says he loses 25% business because he actually has to staff more to make sure everything's okay, to make sure that people are there to help. He pays more to make the day happen than in the business he generates. So if anything, he's going in the red, and I bet that's probably similar to most businesses.
We have the Comic Chief says 10%, aka Mr. Bolo says 1%. Those two are that's a really low number for the investment that these shops are putting out to only get a 10% or even a 1% return on that investment. That is very, very low.
Yep, it's very low, especially when the whole premise of this is to do a couple different things. One, yes, we want to introduce people to new titles, but the idea isn't to just introduce them to new titles. It's really not what it is. It's here, take this preview, so you go back to the shop and then you put it on your shelf, like you order the title. Like, that's actually what Free Comic Book Day is about. Because of the way that it's been handled and the way that it's, you know, just the way that the market's been moving and the way that it's kind of been encouraged by these stores, now we're having to put parameters on it. That's why you're seeing stores that are like, we can only do 3, take 1, take 5, and for good reason now. And they're not making money, which, you know, that's the last reason. Like, you know, that would be like the number one reason Diamond says, oh, Free Comic Book Day, because it brings people to shops, right? So it gets to the point then where, all right, is it the shop's fault that we're not seeing things happen, or is it not the shop's fault? And you just heard it from Russ. The problem isn't the customers that come in that are regulars who don't buy something. It's the groups, the swarms of people who literally walk in, wear the free comics, grab them, and leave. They don't look at anything. And what I thought was interesting is that you have shows like Comic Book Palace. You have people like Russ here who'll be very honest about what they experience, where they reminisce about, we have there's certain groups of people, which is no problem. Like, come on in, but certain groups will come in and every year, and it's like just in and out. Like, I remember this group, there's like these high school kids that'll come in. I only see them one time a year. And that one time is when they come in to get the free stuff and to leave. Yeah. And then there's the one guy or the one gal. And it's like, that's it. Those aren't customers. They're just getting free stuff. Now, you can't, there's always going to be stuff like that. That's always going to happen. But to the point where we have stores going on the mic saying, no, this is actually what it's like. It's actually hurting business. Well, we should chat about that. We should get that on the community, because now I can tell you one thing. I'm already someone who, when I go to a comic book store, if I'm going to get something for free, I always buy something. Like, I'm not the person who's not going to pay for something. So, or who's going to leave a store with something and not pay for like another item. I'm going to always thank them for giving me something and buy something. It's like deals too, like 20, 30, 40% off of stuff, back when I collected statues, way back when I would buy statues on Free Comic Book Day because you get like 20, 30% off. So it's a good day to do that. But you know what? It's not a common practice anymore. People are going into shops, not spending money, and that's not okay. That's not okay.
One of the big problems is this is a promotion that's put together by big corporations that get involved in this promotion, and it's up to the small business owner to implement this promotion. And this is where it runs into a problem. The small businesses, the comic shop owners that are doing this, don't have the funds to make this program successful at what it needs to be, because it doesn't regenerate. Because normally you go to a comic shop, for the most part, it's the owners working there and maybe one other person. Okay,
maybe. And when we say working,
yes.
How many of these are how many of these are volunteers? How many of these people are just customers? Like for real, you go to these Emerald City Comic Con, you go to these shows, you really think all these stores have 7 helpers that are paying full time? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the answer, if there was a solution to this problem, and like I said before, my problem is with the cost that our local comic shops have to put out. The solution to the problem is for the corporations to eat the cost, for Marvel to eat the cost, for DC to eat the cost, for Image, for Dark Horse, eat the cost on these books, put them out to these local comic book shops, and then grow your business that way. Because not only does that help the comic book shop, and at least instead of them getting a negative reaction to it, like the gentleman we're talking about, he no longer wants to participate in a different direction because he sees the results in his actual shop, what happens. The best thing for them, the big corporations, to do is to eat the cost themselves, help out the local comic shop, helps everyone out. That way there's nobody's gonna lose a lot of money when they're doing this, and that's usually what happens on Free Comic Book Day.
Ooh, there are cases where we have independent publishers who put their Free Comic Book Day, like they put money into their Free Comic Book Day preview, and because it costs them so much to do it, because their idea is, we're gonna get free comics in the hands of people, and they're gonna read them and they're gonna order them. Well, here's the disconnect. That's not what happens. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. And we have examples of titles that basically went bankrupt post Free Comic Book Day because when issue 1 dropped, no one bought it.
Yeah. Now, I like free stuff. Let's not get that wrong, man. Everyone knows I'm a budget guy, But,
oh my goodness. And let's be super straight. We're talking about Free Comic Book Day, but why is this happening? Like, why do people want a free comic book so bad that they're willing to hit 20 different shops to get a free comic book? That's what? It's a preview. It's nothing. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at here. I can pull it right here because this is for the March mail calls. I can actually show these now. But I have these from the Batman Day. We have the Batman White Knight Special Edition. All of these were free, right? I got my poll. I could have gotten anything, but I picked 5 of these because it had a preview for Batman Damned, and I was super stoked about it. Well, guess what? This is Batman Damned was an actual thing that was popular, and now we have like the first appearance of that book in some type of marketing. It's like a true first type of deal. That's cool. But here's the thing: when prices like for these comic books spike, then you have situations like Umbrella Academy, which first appeared in a Free Comic Book Day, that over this last week has spiked like crazy. $5, $10 book that's now 50 plus. So let's be straight here. The reason why these Free Comic Book Days, these comics are wanted so much is because there is a hint of speculation involved. Yeah. And when you have that on the table, we're always going to have this problem. So when we're talking about ways to remedy the situation, for me, it's a tough discussion, because really, has not everything been done? Like, these are businesses every year that have been struggling with this, and we have to the point where we have businesses saying we're not going to do it at all. Ones that have YouTube channels where people actually, are supporting, you know what I mean? So, I think that if we want to remedy these situations, if we want to try to see some change, getting it out into the community, when we initially went on the mic, one of the first things that I wanted to bring as like a regular statement is pick up your comic books on Wednesday. One of the first popular videos I made was with Russ in front of a camera that was like done on a cell phone with a microphone that didn't work. I had it on the wrong freaking setting. And I sat there for a half hour talking to him about how one of the biggest risks to your local comic book shop is you not picking up your orders that you promised to pick up that you ordered 3 months ago, because
Yeah.
that's how long it takes. And these comic book shops have to front the cost over and over again. And over time, that gets really bad to the point where they have their entire rent sitting in shelves, not being picked up. So I thought, all right, let's bring this conversation out. Let's talk about that. Let's just straight up say, this is why shops are closing down. Let's not put it on. I mean, it depends on the business. Some shops aren't run well. Business isn't for everyone, but it's definitely, we can point to it and say, no, we need to make it a prideful thing to go to your shop on Wednesday. So we did hashtags and we said, let us know, tag us. We want to know about your Wednesday pulls. And the next thing you know, what do you see on Instagram? And I'm not taking credit for this, because we all have been doing this as a collective. We've been doing this. We've been saying, make it a prideful thing. You went to your shop on Wednesday. You're displaying your stuff on Instagram. You're going to do your Wednesday pulls. You're going to go and make your video. You're going to shout out. You're going to do your freaking coffee video in the comic shop. Like all of these things. We got the comic chief saying hashtag geeking responsibly, but like, I'm not, and it's kind of lame to be like, that's geeking responsibly, but for real though, like, let's be straight here. If we talk about this on the mic and say, you know what, shame on you for going to your local comic shop and grabbing 5 comics for free and walking out and then going to the next one. Shame on you. Like, that's not cool. No, like, let's say right now, make it prideful. You go to your shop. If they're giving you stuff for free, buy a bag and board. At least get a damn receipt for a bag and board. If you don't have $1 for a comic, buy a comic for someone else. If we make that a regular thing that we talk about on the mic and make it a prideful thing, we will see change. And maybe we can get Glenn back to doing free comic book day.
Yeah.
And right, that would be pretty dope.
I agree. Like I said, the one thing, obviously, if the bigger corporation eat the cost, that helps out a little bit. But really, it is up to us. And I look at it like that. And if you go to a comic shop on Free Comic Book Day, which is May the 4th this year, which is pretty cool because it's the Star Wars Day as well, May the 4th. But go in there and buy something, man. And more likely they're going to have sales going on. No, I think pretty much every comic shop in my area, when it's Free Comic Book Day, they have sales going on. And if you see someone in there that's only grabbing some books, say, hey, this book is really cool. It's $4.99 or $3.99. You should try that one as well, because it is. These comic shops are doing it for us. They don't have to participate. Okay, it's optional, but they are putting on a cost. I believe it's up to us to kind of give some of that cost back to them by supporting them with our business. And you say always pick up your books on Wednesday, especially your new books that come out. I do that all the time. Wednesday, I go to my comic shop. I get them every Wednesday, and they'll actually hold older books for me, like back issues and stuff. But I always buy the brand new books every Wednesday. If they come out that day, I get them that day, because I know that revenue goes directly to the next issues for next Wednesday. So those are the first things I buy, because those are their biggest expenses in the shop, is actual new books. So that's where I give back the revenue as fast as I can.
Fantastic. That's very well put. I think it's important we chat about this kind of stuff if we want to have Free Comic Book Day be a thing. Because straight up, if we don't change and we don't make this change, like start getting it out into the community, it'll just, we can't look at Glenn and fault him and go, yeah, man, I would do the same thing. Give it to the library. And you know what? What a cool cause to do that, because you're gonna get people really to go to the library.
It's really
they have graphic novels there. You can get comics at the library. Heck, I used to post, my high school days. I would walk from the high school in between that and going to like the community college when I did that through my high school years, and I would wait at the library between classes, and I would just find like House of M. I remember reading House of M, Ultimate Spider-Man, like a bunch of really fun stuff for free, in the library. So like, it's really cool that he thought that through, because he wants to help the community. It's about it not being a detriment to the business, which is just so crazy to me. It's so crazy, but it makes sense. It makes sense that such a cool day, something that I always really enjoyed. Heck, we both have volunteered at shops to help out. That it could be in danger. It could really be in danger if we let the speculation get out of hand.
The speculation get you.
Hey, we could talk about the dangers of speculation and what can hurt the comic book community. I mean, all day long. We can talk about how, oh, wow, we talk about this $12 book that used to be $5. That's going to ruin everything if we talk about, no, well, let's talk about what actually ruins some stuff. Like closing down shops that have a 95+% year-over-year closeout rate. That right there. Let's talk about that. Okay.
Okay, so Tom's getting going right now. He's like, we're almost done. He's like, he's bridging
Keep
to
me-
another topic.
Yeah, no. We're good. We're good.
Next week, man. Next week. 'Cause
Next week. Okay.
that would be fun because obviously I'm not.
Comic Book Palace in the chat.
Oh,
What's
that's
up,
awesome,
guys? That's so cool.
Awesome.
That's so cool. Go check out Comic Book Palace. Right, it's easy. You can click on the name right there and hit us up. Thanks for joining our feed here. That's so dope.
Look at that. They found their way over to Comic Tom and Bueller, and that's awesome. I'd love to go to that shop sometime.
Oh, I'm going to. Absolutely. We got to do it.
Where's it at?
Where is it at? I'm not even sure.
Maybe I don't know.
I gotta know. All right, let us know.
Cool.
I'm excited. So what I'm thinking here is we have more topics to discuss. Like, this was fun. We have a topic.
Yeah.
We had some community sections. I'm still looking for a more of a format. We're going to develop that. We're going to come to the mic with more things and more segments, and it's going to be fun. But please hit that like button for us. Let us know in the comment section if you have any ideas of topics you'd like to discuss. Bueller and I don't agree on a lot of stuff, which is one of the funnest parts of our friendship.
Tom doesn't know what he's talking about most of the time.
That's right. I'm talking about you know what. I know. What am I doing here? I don't even know. Like, I'm not even qualified to do this job. But no, for real though. Let us know in the comment section below. Hit that like button for us. If you're new to my channel here at Comic Tom 101, this is one of 3 live shows I do this week now, but we're looking at expanding that to more. We do a lot of edited content and produced content. This live stuff is just kind of extra things that, we want to make it more community focused, and it's a good opportunity for us to chat here on the mic. Comic Book Palace, by the way, they are in Massachusetts. Very cool. So going forward on Tuesday, 5:30, you can expect Bueller and I to be bringing down the house. We're going to be chatting about comic books and different fun things. And Bueller, you got to go and follow Bueller. His link's going to be in the bio. And Bueller, your link's going to be in the bio going forward on all of our videos because you're a member now. Officially, this is your first show. That's going to be ongoing. We're going to do this. I've been joking till we die. You can't stop. What's the one thing? What's the one thing you've learned this last year?
I'm like 20 years older than you, so obviously I'm going to kick the can before you do. So you'll have to take over when that day comes.
So what we can do is we can start. All right, Bueller, I know I want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to need a co-host eventually, it sounds like, for this show in the future. So you're going to want to be following us. No, but for real though, thank you, Bueller. And your show is fantastic. The link's in the bio. Anything you got going on this week that you want to share with the community?
Yeah, so there's a couple things, and I hope you don't mind. I have a few things written down here I kind of want to go over. So one of the things that I sell is called the Bueller Box, and I will have more of those available this weekend starting Friday. They sell extremely fast. I think I have about 50 boxes that'll be available Friday morning. It's on my eBay. It's Bueller_bargains. One thing I'm going to be trying out, they'll have the option right now. Right now it's standard $4 shipping. I am able to fit my Bueller box into a priority mail prepaid envelope now. There'll be the option to purchase this at $7 shipping instead of the $4, but it's an option. So it's up to you guys whether you want to do it or not. Those should go on sale on Friday. Also on Friday, I have my live stream, my regular show, which you watch. It's at 5:30 on Friday night. My guests will be the president and vice president of MaxProSupplies.com. These guys they do supplies for comics and cards and stuff like that, and they're official sponsors of Comics with Bueller. So they will be on there with me. We'll be talking about supplies. And also one other thing, which is kind of cool. I usually do my new comic book video, and you're aware of that video. It's the one where I show all the covers. The normal release date has always been Thursday morning at 7 o'clock. I am now moving that video to Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock from now on.
Dang,
that way you can watch that video. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a lot of work.
Damn, that's a commitment. That's right there. If you're going to do that, that's a really good reason to follow Bueller, because you're going to be able to get that info really quick.
Exactly. I figure if I do it Wednesday morning, you guys go into your comic shop, you pick up your new books, and then you can order the new books for the week after because you just watched the video. Really,
I know that video takes you a long time to do. Like, that's no easy feat. That edit process has to be a nightmare. So kudos for doing that. Thank you.
Thanks for reminding me. I gotta finish it when we're done here, man.
For those of you who don't know, that Bueller and I both have 2 videos that are on the more popular side on our channel that we are committed to doing every week, and they take the longest to do, and they're the most extraneous. So, and we're happy to do them, but we definitely joke a lot because towards the end of the week when we're texted back and forth and when we're making calls, we're just like, all right, where are you at in the process? And I'm like, I want to die right now.
And one more thing, I'm going to the Wizard World Comic Con in Portland this weekend. I'll be there on Saturday. So if anyone's around in the Portland area going to that con, I'll be covering the event for Wizard World. I'm a guest, and should be a lot of fun, and we'll see how that goes. So that's pretty much what I got going on.
All right, we have a giveaway, Bueller.
Oh yeah,
Bueller. All right, so we're gonna be doing giveaways on this channel. Right now, Bueller's got a giveaway from the last live show we did. We were going to start this show out with a result. So Bueller, while you do that, I'm going to actually find something to give away for this week because you covered it last week.
Okay. So this is what I was giving away last week. This is a Bueller box itself. This is the actual one you're going to get. So you're going to be getting this and also a pack of bags from Max Pro Supplies as well. And Tom had me do the whole Instagram thing, and I've never done that. So
how'd that do though? Did a lot of people participate? Did you?
Yeah, I think almost like 100 people have comments on there. So I've never, I think the most I've ever had was like 5. So I was like, what is all this? So I went through there and I did the random number generator thing and came up with the name. And I don't know who this is, but the winner is Bubblehead Rob. And I don't know if you're familiar with Bubblehead Rob, but if Bubblehead Rob, that's his name on Instagram. Please just get in contact with me. Just message me on Instagram, and I'll send him a message too. Let him know he won, and I'll get that sent out to you. But that's pretty cool. That's my first giveaway I've ever done on the Instagram post, and I don't know if I like it. I'm just kidding. It was fun.
Okay, so we're gonna do one today here. I have a copy of Batman Who Laughs #1. This book's poppin'. I read it. I really enjoyed it. There are different kinds of Batman in here. Batmans that we've chatted about in the past. Like, what if Batman looked like this? What if he was like a crazy Punisher type of Batman? What if Batman was like this? Oh, this is the book where you have this is it's Snyder, yeah, Snyder. Oh, and Jock too, yeah. Boom. I forgot that was done by Jock, but yeah, Snyder goodness, and he just goes off the rails, and it's fantastic. And I'm gonna take a quick little picture right now. Bada bing. And now this picture is on Instagram at Comic Tom 101. And if you do me a favor, Bueller, what's the first word that comes to your head right now? Go.
Naked ladies.
God, you can't be naked every time.
Every time it's gonna be naked
man,
ladies.
dude, what is up with that? Come on, man.
I can't use nipples.
Get your
or
mind
naked
out
ladies.
of the gutter. You're so gross. Well, there's nothing gross about it. It's a beautiful thing. But you know what? What we got to do here, I need something else. We can't, because if we do that every time, Bueller,
I know,
it's gonna be my Instagram's gonna say naked ladies every week.
Well, not like it doesn't already. Yeah,
okay. Does it already? It doesn't though. It doesn't. It doesn't say that on there. Okay, so Bueller, give me another word. Go.
Let's see. Radio.
Okay, radio, and then I need the chat, the community. Help me out with this one. We have radio. I need more words that I can put, and everyone wants nipples and stuff.
Naked
man,
nipples.
This is interesting. The show
I'm
gets
sorry, Tom.
It's okay, man. You know what? I like what's happening here. Let me tell you some of the different options we have. We have Rockshank, who says, "Here's a really good idea: radio nipples." I can't believe that's awesome. I'm surprised. Awesome. And then we also have Sam's Tangled Web. He says, "Here's a really good idea: naked radio." Okay. What else do we have here? We have Mysterious. Okay, I like that. More nipple. I think we need less nipple. I mean,
Frankenstein. How about naked radio Frankenstein?
Okay, here we go. Naked. I mean, if you said it, man. So we got. Let's see.
Well, Zach
naked radio.
Binks said Frankenstein.
All right, naked radio Frankenstein. That needs to be a superhero. I don't know. Can you imagine Frankenstein with a radio? And he's just like, "Yo, I'm naked radio Frankenstein. What's up, man? Buy my comic book."
Hey, Tom, I think we missed a couple super chats, buddy.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, so I saw him in there. So there, we got a super chat from Flaming Sheila, which is awesome. She's very cool. I like her.
Flaming Sheila.
There's another one in here, and Eugenio. I can't pronounce that.
Eugenio Cisfuentes. I think I said that right, but I'm gonna say it with confidence because that means more. And I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much for turning the light screen and helping fund everything we do. We do appreciate you. Like, for real. Thank you, everybody. You guys don't have to do that. You really don't. We're going to do what we have to get content made for you. We're going to continue to do it for free because we really enjoy it. But you definitely make it a little bit easier. Thank you.
You pronounced his name a lot better than I would have.
Yeah, because you got like screwing with your brain. You got worms in your brains. All right. Comic Tom 101 Instagram. Comment on that photo. And yeah, we'll do a random giveaway next Tuesday because we're going to be coming back to the mic. I'm going to have Bueller here. We're going to get your responses. We're going to build this show. We're going to do it together because Bueller, because of the community, right?
Yeah, and next week I'm doing a giveaway. How about that?
Oh, I hope so.
And my giveaways are going to be better. I'm just kidding. Instead of one Batman who laughs, I'm going to give away 2 Batman who laughs.
I do so many giveaways, man. I'm like, I there's a couple times I'm like, dude, let's just do 3, let's do 4, and then holy smokes, I got like 20 giveaways I got to pack. It's like the next thing I know, it takes like 4 hours to do damn giveaways. People want to know where their giveaways are. I'm like, dang, because it takes a long time. Give me some time, but we're gonna make sure you get them because we love doing it. We really do. Thank you so much, comic book community. This was fun. How do you feel, Bueller? Show's over. We're going to be wrapping this up now. But Bueller, how do you feel? It's the first time we did a show together that is going to be consistent for the rest of the life.
I liked it because Tom and I discussed this a lot. We want to make sure we talk about the community that we're a part of and other members as well, and we want to have a nice topic to discuss as well. So this is kind of the format of the show, and we want some input from you guys, what you guys want to hear and see from us. And at one time we had like 160 people watching, Tom, which was pretty freaking and it's actually at 140 right now. So I mean,
wow. I don't keep that info on the. I don't like to look at that number. I like to just go. So I appreciate it. Holy smokes!
See, I got like 5 different screens going on here. It's an elaborate setup.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. And we do have a giveaway that we're going to be doing for the African Comic Con edition, right? For the Comic Con from Africa.
Fantastic Four book.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four book. That was the giveaway for our live show that's on Wednesday. So look out tomorrow. I have my live show that we're going to be doing with Fire Guy Ryan. That's going to be just me and Ryan. Excited to get him back on the mic because, as you know, well, if you don't know, we've been experiencing a fun little storm over this last month, and Ryan has been pretty much stranded and hasn't been able to come and do a whole lot of filming. So I'm excited to get him back here regularly producing content. And yeah, super stoked. Cool. That's all I got for you. Comic fam, we do appreciate you. What is African Comic Tom? The African it came out so wrong. It's a Comic-Con exclusive from Africa. It's really cool, and it's right nearby. I don't know where it is. It's next to me somewhere. But yeah, it's really cool. Comic-Con, Comic Karma that we got from a member who's in South Africa. He went and got these 2 exclusives and sent them in to be sent out to the community because the community is awesome. So anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Geek responsibly. Bueller, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Tom.
We'll continue this conversation next week.
All right. I have to come back next week too.
You're going to come back next week, man. I swear, man, if you don't come back next week,